they have captured, and the British have attacked two times. Okay, two times. The second, two times, and he declared war. So there was a Lord Dalhousie, a person declared a war and sent an army to Myanmar with one commander, George Lambert, at its head. So there was a person, Lord Dalhousie, had declared a second war against the Myanmar, and he had sent the one chief Commodore George Lambert at its head. Okay, then this war, the Burmese army, which means the Myanmar army, was defeated. So Britishers defeated the Myanmar. The cities like Yangon and Bangkok and and Promi were captured by the British. So Britishers captured these main cities, main area, and this region was merged in the British Empire. So on the second attack, on the second war, the Britishers captured Yangon, Bagu, and this area, and and this region has merged with the British Empire. With this victory, the British influences the coastal region of Myanmar. Okay, and because of this victory, when they were on the Second World War, when on the Second Burmese War, the Myanmar and the British, they also influences the coastal region of Myanmar. Okay, and was formally established. So not only this region they had captured after the Second War, they also influences the coastal region also of the Myanmar. The British army fighting this war was comprised of Indian soldiers. So in this war, the Britisher was very smart, and in the British army, who were the Indian people were the more Indian soldier. Not only that, the expense of this war were also borne by the Indians. So these people were very smart. So the manpower of the British was an Indian soldier, and apart from that, uh, they had, and apart from that, the expense of this army was also taken by the Indians. The French had already created the considerable influence in Vietnam. Okay, so the France has already created the influence in Vietnam. So France people, British has captured the Myanmar, and the France people also have an influence in Vietnam. France people have also had an influence in Vietnam area, in Indochina, and there was an increased contact between the Burmese king and the French. So in this area, there was a contact between the Burmese king and the French. In addition, the King Thibaw of Myanmar. In addition, the king of Myanmar tried to strike a pact with Italy and Germany. Okay, so the king of so there was an area between the Indochina, it is a Vietnam. So the France people have an influence on this area, and there the Burmese king and the French king has a close contact with them. And then King of Myanmar had a pact with the Germany and Italy. Pact means agreement with Germany and Italy, and there were reason enough for the British feel alarm. So then British feel a little bit alerted because this Myanmar has starting cooperating with the Germany and Italy, and they got a pretext to declare war against the King Thibaw when he levied fine on the Bombay Burma Trading Corporation. So it it obviously gives the British to declare war against the King of Myanmar, and when he levied a fine on Bombay Burma Trading Corporation, a British company. Okay, a British company. The Lord Dufferin, the Governor General and the Viceroy of India, took this opportunity and sent army to attack Burma. So again, what happened here? So because of this situation, the British people had sent the war. The British people, okay, because of this situation, the Britisher, okay, the Britisher had again sent the war against the Burma to attack the Myanmar, because the king of this has a close as a pact between Germany and Italy. Okay, and then the third war between Myanmar and British has started. Was fought around 1885 Common Era, and then British conquered the city of Mandalay. The king Tabo surrendered, and with the third war between the British and Myanmar, the king surrendered himself, and they have captured the area of Mandalay. The entire region of the North Myanmar became an internal. So the entire region of the north part had became under the control of British Empire. In 1935, an act was passed to separate Myanmar from Indian territory. Okay, and in 1935, there was an act passed to separate Myanmar from Indian territory. So British have passed one act to separate the Myanmar area from the Indian territory. Myanmar was inspired by the Indian freedom struggle, and then Myanmar was also inspired by the Indian freedom struggle and gained independence in 1948 from the Britisher, obviously from the Britisher, because Britisher has captured them. Clear? So just now we have seen about Myanmar. In Myanmar, mostly the British people have captured the area. Okay, attacked the area, and there was back to back 3 wars was there. Okay, and finally the British people has captured the area, and Myanmar also inspired by the Indian independence, and they have also got independence in 1948. Okay, yeah. And Myanmar is where? Myanmar is northeast India. Now we will talk about the smallest country in the world, in Asia, which is Nepal. Okay, Nepal. Everyone know that it is external. It is not in India, but it is looking like in the map. It is in India only. Okay, so this country is more about the mountains and mountains. Okay, Nepal is a small kingdom in the Himalayan region. In the Himalaya, there is a one region, and it is a country. The British had sent their representative to Nepal, but they did not receive any reciprocal response. So here also, the British people have sent their people to capture the area, but they didn't get a response. Okay, it led to two Anglo-Nepalese war, and when the British people have sent, there was a two Nepali wars was started. Two war. The Gorkha army had mere 10 to 12,000 soldiers, while the British army was much larger, having more than 30,000. So there was a two war was there between British and Nepal. The Gorkha army had 10 to 12,000 soldiers, but the British has more than 30,000 soldiers. The British attacked Nepal. During the war, the British attacked Nepal. The Nepalese army brought the British army to the point of desperation. Nepal was they were very strong. The Nepal army brought the British army to the desperation. Nepal was defeated by British army in Makwanpur. So finally, in the war, Nepal was defeated by the British in the Makwanpur in 1816. The British took over the region of Terai. So the British then captured the area of Terai, then Kumaon, then Garhwal. A British resident was appointed in Kathmandu, and the British people have appointed their person at Kathmandu in 1923. The British accepted the sovereignty of Nepal. Clear? So Nepal is a very small kingdom which is near Himalayas. So British also looked this area, and they have planned they have entered the British, and there was a two war was started. And the British people have 10 to 12,000 soldiers. Sorry, this Nepal, and the British have more than 30,000. Obviously, the British is going to be when British has defeated the Nepal and captured the area, Garhwal. And then finally in 1923, the British people have accepted the Nepal's sovereignty. Okay. And then the Sikkim. Sikkim. Okay. Sikkim is where, if you see in the map, you will see in the northeast side only. Okay. Um, Sikkim, Manipur, nearby area, right? The British goal was to gain control over the India's neighboring region. So what is the British goal? The British goal is to control or capture the area which is nearby India, like Sri Lanka, nearby, near the border. So capture all the area. Why? Because they don't want another country to compete with them. Okay. Sikkim was also again a small kingdom on the north border of India, which was surrounded by the Bhutan, Nepal, Bengal, and the Tibet. So Sikkim is that area in the border of the north that was surrounded by the Nepal, Tibet, Bengal, and Bhutan. In 1815, the king of Sikkim handed over the region around Darjeeling to the British. So in 1815, what happened over here? The king of the Sikkim has handed over the Darjeeling part of region to the British. In return, the king was given a certain amount of privy purse. Okay, gave a certain amount of privy purse, and later the Lord Dalhousie sent army to Sikkim and took hold of some more region of Sikkim. Okay, and this threw open the Sikkim markets to the British trader and authorized the British to collect the outlay or the Indian Tibet trade. Okay, the British immediately took action against them. In the 1890, the treaty between the British and China, it was agreed that Sikkim will be British protectorate, and in this way, the British could ensure the security of the tea gardens in Darjeeling. Okay, so in short, I can say that the British in 1850, the king had given in return, the king of the Myanmar got privy purse, like privy purse, which means some kind of money, privacy, and then later Dalhousie sent an army to the Sikkim area. They want to took control of some region, and this threw upon the Sikkim market. And this threw open the Sikkim market to the British trader and authorized the British to collect Indian Tibet trade. British people were just very smart, and when they started attacking them, they understood there is a market standard, so they can, so the British people can send their products. In 1886, in 1886, the Tibetans tried to capture the Sikkim. So in 1886, the Tibetan also tried to capture the Sikkim area. The British immediately took action against them because British wants the Sikkim area. So if anyone will come, they will attack. So the same thing happened with the Tibet. So when the Tibet area started capturing, so the British people have action against them. In the 1890, there was a treaty between the British and China. It was agreed that Sikkim will be British protectorate. Okay, there was an agreement between China and British. So it is said that in the agreement, the Sikkim will be under the control of Sikkim will be monitored by the British. And in this way, the British could ensure the security of tea gardens. And Sikkim was made a buffer zone, and the British to control the internal admission foreign policy of Sikkim. However, the sovereign status of Sikkim was maintained. So British people are very smart. They are finding any opportunity to control the area of the British, of this Sikkim. A plebiscite was held in 1975, and the people of Sikkim voted and merged to the India Republic. And after that, how the Sikkimite came to India, merged to India, that was a plebiscite. Plebiscite is related to the election which each and everyone can vote, and thus Sikkim became the constituent state in the Indian Federation. Clear? I am stopping here, so we can move forward. Okay.